This season, Ryan Gravenberch has established himself as one of the key components in Liverpool's success. After arriving at Liverpool from Bayern Munich in 2023, Jurgen Klopp had high praise for the 21-year-old midfielder. But despite the high praise, Ryan Gravenberch struggled to maintain a place in the starting 11, starting just 12 league games all season. And even with Ryan Gravenberch at the club, Liverpool have targeted defensive midfielders from Jude Bellingham to Tchouaméni, to Moses Caicedo, to Romeo Lavia, to Martin Zubimendi, but they were unable to secure any of those. And little did they know their answer was right below their nose. But as always, let's rewind and look at where it all began for Ryan Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch came through the outstanding academy of Ajax and made his debut at just 16 years, 130 days, becoming the youngest ever player in their history. Before the age of 19, he already racked up 50 appearances for the club, establishing himself as one of the bright young prospects for the future. This meant Europe's elite clubs began to take notice, and it was Bayern Munich who made the brave decision to sign him for a fee of 18.5 million euros. But Bayern Munich already had a very good midfield pairing in Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka, with Jamal Musiala occupying that attacking midfield role. And I just want to blow my own trumpet a bit here, because from his Ajax days, his talent was evident. And as you can see from the tweets on the screen, I've always been on the Ryan Gravenberch hype train. But Ryan Gravenberch struggled for opportunities and minutes, only starting 6 games throughout the 2022-23 season and tallying up just 947 minutes of football, which sparked a comment from Thomas Tuchel saying he doesn't see him as a number 6 and he's more of a number 8. The lack of opportunities left Gravenberch extremely unhappy at Bayern Munich and looking for a move out. And with Liverpool struggling to find a midfielder, on the last day of the transfer window, they signed Ryan Gravenberch for 40 million euros. But again, Ryan Gravenberch found it frustrating at Liverpool at first, more because of Jurgen Klopp's heavy metal style. He only started 21 games across the whole season, and only 12 of them were in the Premier League, with Alex McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Wataru Endo were all favoured more than Ryan Gravenberch. But his fortunes began to change because of the arrival of one man, Arne Slot. Although Arne Slot still has an aggressive press like Jurgen Klopp, so it's quite similar, he's brought more of a controlled pace, which suits Ryan Gravenberch to a T. Maybe it's a Dutch connection, but Slot, he saw Gravenberch's potential. And we'll go back to that word control. Slot's control system has brought out the best attributes in Ryan Gravenberch. He's often tasked with the responsibility of playing out from the back, being that deep line playmaker that can receive the ball but also progress play. Judging by his heat maps, he's getting a lot of success centrally. If you look at his heat map from last season under Klopp to this season under Arne Slot, he's a lot more central, but he covers the pitch enormously. And that is proven in his touches per 90. Last season, in the 2023-24 season, he was averaging 55.7 touches per 90. And this season, in the 2024-25 season, he's averaging 78.4. And this all comes down to systems and tactics. With Arne Slot looking to play out from the back, looking to bait the opposition's press, it's allowed Gravenberch to really get a thick hold and control the game. Whereas under Jurgen Klopp, Ryan Gravenberch looked lost at times because it was always get the ball forward as direct and quickly as possible. This meant that Ryan Gravenberch couldn't get into the rhythm of the game. And as I always say, football is built on profiles and partnerships. And it looks like he's sprung a brilliant partnership with Alex McAllister. Last season under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool set up in a 4-3-3. But this season, Ryan Gravenberch is part of a double pivot as Arne Slot sets up in a 4-2-3-1. Ryan Gravenberch acts as a double pivot alongside Alex McAllister. Now, Arne Slot has given Alex McAllister the license to go forward, whereas he wants Ryan Gravenberch to be the disciplined one and just control the central areas. This is a role that has suited Gravenberch to a T, allowing him to use his awareness, his technical ability to really control the rhythm of the game. Gravenberch is tasked with being that central pivot, the cog in the midfield that keeps Liverpool ticking, receiving the ball on the half turn, looking to progress play and searching for openings where he can really punish the opposition. But with his composure and awareness, he's so comfortable at baiting the press from the opposition and then finding a sweet spot, gaps, to really control and penetrate through, whether that be with a progressive carry or progressive pass. Now, last season, it was Wataru Endo that was tasked with this responsibility, but the numbers for Liverpool have went up significantly. Last season, Endo was averaging 0.58 progressive carries per 90, whereas this season, Ryan Gravenberch is averaging 2.48. And again, even the passes have had an increase. Last season, Endo was averaging 5.47 progressive passes per 90, whereas this season, Gravenberch has increased that to 6.06 progressive passes per 90. This is why Gravenberch suits Arne Slot's style of play a lot more. I mean a lot more. And this is why Gravenberch has become so unique, because when receiving the ball, upon receiving the ball, he can literally do anything he likes. He's measured in possession. He understands the press but baits the press. And this allows him to control the rhythm of the game in open spaces. But his awareness and variety in his game means he's incredibly press resistant. And here are a few examples. He ticks a lot of boxes for doing everything correctly. The check of the shoulder before the ball arrives. The scanning to ensure he knows exactly where the press is coming from. Using his figure, his body, his athleticism to shield the ball. And no matter if it's right or left foot, receiving the ball on the half turn, on the back foot, and his body shape is now open and he can progress play forwards. And therefore he's in pole position to hurt the opposition through both carrying the ball and progressing the play through a pass. Especially in today's game, the key attributes for a deep line playmaker is mobility. The ability to move the ball, the ability to drop your shoulder and ease your way out of pressure. And with Gravenberch, he does this unbelievable. There's not many in the business that can do this the way Gravenberch does it. Deep line playmakers need to be very pass orientated, very press resistant, nimble enough to glide past opposition. Ryan Gravenberch ticks all three boxes. Now, just to emphasize his press resistant ability, no midfielder in the Premier League that has played more than 300 minutes has least dispossessions than Ryan Gravenberch. And just to emphasize that point one more time, despite averaging the second most touches in the Liverpool squad, Ryan Gravenberch has only had one error this season leading to a shot. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty impressive. Now, even out of possession tells a similar story. Last season, Klopp favoured Endo in this position for that ability, the ball-winning ability. Somebody that can sniff out danger during transition moments. Let's be honest, Endo did a pretty good job. But after failing to sign Zubimendi in the transfer window, Liverpool began scratching their heads to search for this ball-winning ability. Well, once again, the answer was just below their noses, Ryan Gravenberch. Now, just to compare those attributes to Endo of last season, Endo was averaging 2.64 tackles per 90, whereas Gravenberch is averaging 2.08, which is slightly lower. However, the interceptions have increased. Gravenberch averaging 1.64 interceptions per 90, whereas Endo was only averaging 1.2. Now, this is largely because Gravenberch is a lot more mobile, athletic, and can get around the pitch a lot quicker. Therefore, he's able to press opponents a lot quicker, but also cut out passing lanes a lot quicker. But it also speaks volumes for how disciplined and positionally aware Ryan Gravenberch is. When he does press opponents, he doesn't need to lunge into a tackle because he's so positionally aware. It allows him to close off multiple passing angles, therefore either block or intercept the ball as the player's trying to progress play. But he's also hit the sweet spot in Slot's system. Having him centrally has allowed Slot to allow other players to be more aggressive, such as Alex McAllister, Curtis Jones. And with Gravenberch's ability to cover the ground with his long strides and sniff out danger with his anticipation, this has allowed Liverpool to win more balls higher up the pitch, therefore turning quicker turnovers, create more opportunities to really be decisive and score goals. This has allowed Liverpool to keep up their intensity out of possession. While there are differences between Klopp and Slot in possession, out of possession, it's allowed them to be just as aggressive, just as intense off the ball with their presence shape. Ryan Gravenberch has found himself as a key component to this Liverpool team. In fact, it might already be the final piece of the jigsaw. With Virgil van Dijk at the back, Mo Salah in the forward line, Ryan Gravenberch has become that central part of what is very good about Liverpool Football Club. And if he can continue this momentum, continue to improve on these weaknesses, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind Ryan Gravenberch can become one of the most dominant midfielders in the world. So if you've liked what you've seen in this video and want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a like before you leave this video. And once again, I just want to say I appreciate your time for watching. Thank you very much.